You can support this show at patreon.com/ASAPodcasting. Welcome to a Skyrim Addict podcast, where I will discuss my adventures and misadventures through Skyrim. Join me. Add your stories, add your tales. Let's get into this thing. Welcome back to the Oblivion Roundtable finale, or I'm sorry, Shivering Isles Roundtable finale. We already did the Oblivion Roundtable finale. Michael, Colin is here.
Evening, guys.
Juan is here.
Good morning, guys.
We're spanning the globe.
Well, it's afternoon, but
yeah, close. Yeah,
I
close
figured
enough.
I'd change it up a little bit.
Close enough. We finished up our run through the Shivering Isles, the great DLC of Oblivion, which is really maybe my favorite DLC of all the games.
It was a lot of fun. I'm glad I finally got to finish it.
Yeah, it's quite a story. A lot of craziness out in the Shivering Isles. A lot of crazy folks.
Yeah, definitely some memorable NPCs.
Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Definitely come across some characters, we'll say. Not to mention the main character, who's quite a character. But we'll definitely get into that. Colin, you were saying something earlier about was it ES Legends, and how they've how that's not been going great.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing Elder Scrolls Legends not since it came out. I think I got it just when it actually came out. I never joined it when it was in beta or anything like that. But they, I can't remember their name, but there was some software company were the ones who made it. It was Monkey Spank or something like that. And I couldn't, or Monkey Pants, something along those lines. And it was like, it's just a card game. You put, although it has like special graphics. So when you put a card down, like the character says something. So if you put down sort of like, I don't know, I've forgotten all the names of everybody. I've forgotten everything about Elder Scrolls ever. But you lay down a card, and it's a character card, like say Ayala from the Companions. You put her down, she says something, and then sort of like an arrow comes out and shoots an enemy and stuff and all of that. So I was very happily playing it for like however long it's been, about a year or two now, on my iPhone 6. And about a month ago, they just decided to go with this different company, this different developer called Sparky Pants. And now it's basically completely unplayable on my phone. Oh. I've got it on my phone and I've got it on my PC. And I can play on the PC. It's still really janky and really slow, and all the graphics start to slow it down when they get really bad. But it's nigh on unplayable on my phone. I've lost 3/4 of my matches because the timer runs out because it's going at 1 frame per second, and I can't lay the characters down and let them do their special moves or anything like that. Totally ruined it. So, and I was
servers.
Sorry.
I thought they had changed the servers or something, which is when everybody got all up in arms.
I don't know about the servers. As I said, they've gone with they've completely rebuilt it. Bethesda went to somebody else, and they completely rebuilt it from scratch. I don't know whether it's on a different server, or probably is, seeing as they built it from scratch. But no, it won't play properly. And as I was saying to Michael earlier on, I got so annoyed with it that I deleted it off my phone and downloaded PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. And that's like an open world battle royale where there's 100 players all jumping into the same island, and you run around this massive island and try and shoot each other until it's down to the last man. and I could play that easily on my phone. Everything worked great. I hardly got any slowdown ever, and I could play that game. Whereas Elder Scrolls Legends is putting cards down on a table. That's the extent of what the game is. You put the card down and then it attacks something else. And I was like, all it is all these like fancy graphics that every time, like, you know, some things jump up over the cards and they do this special thing and then voices come over the top. You don't need all that. Well, especially not on the phone. All you have to do, well, I say all you have to do, but can't they just make it so that none of the graphics, you can have an option to turn all the graphics off, so it is just the cards lying down on the table, so you can at least get gameplay out of it.
Yeah, you would think that would resolve the issue for different types of devices, you know.
Was it? I've also was it Magic the Gathering have come out with their own version. It's come out now on beta for computer. And I've downloaded that on my phone. I've been playing Magic the Gathering, which is like another card game or the card game, from like, because it's like years and years old now. I think it's the first one that came out, and I've been playing that. And they're still in beta, but they have an option of where turn all graphics off.
Makes sense.
You know, I mean, and it's only available on the PC at the moment. But you can, on the PC, you can turn all the graphics off, so no characters jump out of the cards, and it doesn't do stuff like, you know, fancy sort of killer moves or all the cards move and sort of like attack each other. It's just you lay down the cards, and then whatever happens. It destroys that card or it kills this card, and you don't get anything fancy out of it. You can blow right through all the game.
Sounds like Magic got a good developer then.
Yeah. No, the only problem with Wizards of the Coast is that everybody's worried about is that you had, Magic the Gathering 2014, then you had Magic the Gathering 2015, and then they gave up on that. And then there's another thing called Magic Online, and now it looks like they're giving up on that. And sort of like if you go in and invest your money in, it seems like, you know, 2 or 3 years later, Magic the Gathering just gives up on it and comes out with something else. So...
yeah, that's a problem too, because then you're like, yeah.
Oh yeah, there was also things like Magic Duels of the Planeswalkers, and there's like about 4 or 5 different games that you can all sort of like buy and play, and then sort of like Magic the Gathering sort of like, you know, stops supporting them after about a year or two.
Yeah, well, that's not good. Yeah, because then you invest in something and then you don't know how long it's going to be around. Yeah, that stinks. Because I mean, you know, with Legend, the whole point is to be able to just pick up your phone and play it. Like that's the whole idea, I thought, from, you know, originally, just to have something accessible for, you know, to keep that ESO, or not ESO, that ES or Elder Scrolls, you know, gaming out there in different forms. And if it's, you know, not available on the mobile form, which seems it's most supposed to be for.
The thing that's really getting on my nerves, like still, is that I've had like 3 updates for the game, and all it is optimizing it for the PC.
Ugh. That's my only concern about Blades, because they want to make it, because it's going to be playable on both, and how they optimize it for mobile as opposed to PC. Because to me, that's another game that I'm going to play mostly on. I'm not going to play it on PC. I'm just going to play it on my phone when I have time.
Right.
So, you know, I don't want to have something that's just going to bog down every time I go to play it.
Yeah. And it seems like seems like they really like Apple, the iPhone, so it might be even optimized for iPhone.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's true. Hopefully not just the newer ones, though.
Yeah.
Or newest ones, yeah.
Although looking at the XR, which is supposed to be the Android killer right now.
Yeah, I assume it's going to be very playable on that. But yeah, Sherry had gotten a chance to play it actually at PAX Australia. So she seemed to really enjoy it. And seemed like something she was going to pick up to play on her commute. She was happy with it.
Well, I mean, I think we're all planning on picking that up.
Yeah. I mean, I have you could pre-order it on the App Store or whatever. I have that.
Yeah.
So
We're sitting there waiting.
whenever it gets released, that'll be the case.
Yeah, and that's the day that because I've re-downloaded thingy Legends back on my phone. I can probably get sort of like half a game out of it, but you have login bonuses and things like that. Anybody who plays an MMO will know what, well, pretty much anybody who plays a game knows what that means. But you get login bonuses for logging in every day, and it saves me having to do it on the PC when I get in.
Yeah, it's true. That way you still get your bonuses and all.
Yeah, when they finally fix it up, I can sort of get back to it.
Yeah,
but I won't have enough room on this phone for that and Blades.
Blades. Oh, okay.
So depending on how good Blades is.
Yeah, I'm interested to see how that goes. It seems like it's going to be fun, but I'm sure it's not going to be for everybody. But at least we're getting a bunch of different options right now between ESO and Legends and Blades, and unfortunately not.
At least to hold us over until
yeah.
Starfield, but apparently Starfield is like 3 years away.
Oh, is it?
Well, somebody was saying something about with Pete Hines, where he was saying that if you follow the trend of how often we release a game. Not an Elder Scrolls game, but a game a big game. He's saying that Fallout 76 is a big game.
Oh.
So it's going to be another 2-3 years before another big game comes out. Because I was like, all right, but Fallout 76 is 50% of the assets are from Fallout 4?
Yeah, it's not like a full
and
complete,
the rest of them are probably from ESO anyway. So
yeah, that's true. Yeah. It's a good point. Yeah. It's not like a complete rebuild or a complete new build, I should say,
Yeah, but I mean, it seems like 76 is, I don't know. I mean, if you're playing ESO, why would you add on Fallout 76? And there are a lot of people that are just Elder Scrolls people, and then they don't do the Fallout stuff.
Yeah.
I mean,
and vice
maybe
versa.
the Starfield will work for us because it is a nice open world, as long as it's got that nice sandbox feel that Skyrim had.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know.
Yeah, it's all going to depend, I think. Yeah, I think with 76, you have your people who play Fallout, and you have your people to play Elder Scrolls specifically that aren't necessarily crossover, which isn't there's probably not as many as there is crossover ones, but at least you're hitting both of them now. And it seems like 76 might be a little different in the way it's constructed with smaller amounts of people and all that.
Yeah, you have public service, but they're servers. Sorry, but aren't they sort of like down to 20 people or something like that?
Yeah, what was it, like a half, 2 dozen or whatever it was, something in that range?
Yeah. It's not too shabby.
As opposed to ESO.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind playing it, but I can't play an FPS on Xbox. Just can't. Just don't have the control with the controller. Funnily enough, ironically enough.
Yeah, that is tough to
They've
actually.
done keyboard support for the Xbox now, though.
Sorry?
I think they've done keyboard support for the Xbox now. You should be able to play your games with a keyboard now.
Oh, really? I did not realize that.
I did not realize that either.
Oh, that would actually be good for that.
I might be getting it on PC, but I'll only get it when it's released. I'm not going to do the pre-order or anything like that. No.
Yeah, just wait until.
Probably just get the basic version.
Yeah, I'm interested.
Go find Victor and shoot Victor, and then run away.
I have it on pre-order. I'm going to give it a go, see how it is. It's just time-wise, if I have enough time to play it or not. But I'm going to hop in and at least give it a go, see what it's like. Have you was it Murkmire was the latest ESO thing?
That's on PC so far.
Just on PC so far? Okay.
Yes. I think next, let's see, a week from Tuesday, it should be coming out for the Xbox and PlayStation, and then we get to enjoy it.
Yeah, I haven't been in ESO for a few months now, I think.
Yeah, we got the Witches Festival going on right now.
Yeah, they drop so much content. It's like crazy.
Yeah, they have lots of events and content, but
yeah, there's about 3 or 4 events from between now and January.
I've the last update that came out was at Somerset Isles, was it? I still haven't gone through all that quest line yet. I got about 3/4 of the way, and then started playing PvP, and then just got bored of that, and then ended up turning it off. So I'll probably go back into it in a week or two.
Yeah, you gotta take your breaks sometimes, though. You can only play it, so get your time away, refresh, come back to it. Man, I cannot find this guy's skull, by the way. Speaking of Oblivion. So, I ran into that damn plane again. Do we want to do the semi-side quests first, I guess?
Sure.
Let me put that on pause and pull them up. They weren't like official. Well, the one was an official quest, I would say. The hero one, is that what it was? What the heck was it called?
Yeah.
Yeah, I didn't get to those 2, but I did do the rooftop.
Yeah, we were talking about the rooftop. Well, to help a hero was a pretty basic, Elder Scrolls fetch quest. Yeah, you run into you meet Pike, and he's in Hale. And
did anybody else have to break into his house to get to talk to him?
Oh yeah, when I came back, yeah, I did actually.
Yeah, he wasn't outside, so I broke into that house. He wasn't in there because there is no house that say, "Hey, this is Pike's house."
No, there's not. No, no.
So I went to that house, broke into that house. Now he's not in there. Then I broke into the next house. He's not in there. And I broke into there he is, and with his girlfriend.
Yep. Yeah.
She's telling me to get out.
Yeah, same thing happened to me actually. I got there, the door was locked. I'm like, well, you asked me to get your stuff. I'm bringing it back. Yeah, so you have to meet up with Pike. He's in a little village called Hale, and he's a Knight of the Thorn, from Cheydinhal.
Yeah.
From the mainland. And he is missing his, what's that emblem thing called? Medallion, the medallion for the Knights of the Thorn. So it's in a bunch of Grumites took it, of course, because it seems like they take everything. And you have to head to Fetid Grove and find it in it's basically a Grumite hideout, essentially. They're crawling all through the place.
Those Grumites are tough.
Yeah, they are. Especially after you've lost your really good bow.
They killed my Dark Seducer.
Oh, you did it afterwards when you had you could bring one of them to help you.
Yeah, I had both of them.
Oh, did you? You can ask both?
I did, and yeah.
Oh, wow. I should have done that.
I done it beforehand, before the main quests.
Before finishing up, yeah.
Yeah, so it was just me and my Dremora. But yeah, I hate those Grumites there. Was it Grumite Death Dealers or something like that? The ones with the excuse me, with the sword and the shield.
Oh yeah. The heavy, there's like, Death Dealer, yeah.
Yeah, those take
stun lock.
Almost 10 arrows to kill.
Yeah, they're tough. They're tough. And they have I'm trying to think. Yeah, they just the Death Dealers. That's the one. They were the ones that were in mine too, because it says you get them, I guess above level 20 or something. If you're above
Yeah,
level
they're the
20.
really huge ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
there's
Sounds right, because I'm level 23 and I'm getting them.
Yeah, yep. Yeah, they were there was a lot of them in there. It was a slog getting through that. I used my Storm Atronac that I've been using that a lot still. It's pretty good. It's better against some things than others. It's not great against the Grummites, but it works. But yeah, you go in there. There's like this at the end. There's a kind of a big open cave area, and in the center you see like a kind of a structure of like wooden like logs. It's like a log fence and a table inside of it, and there's a chest in there, and that's where his medallion is, which you can then go return to him, and then he gives to you anyway, I believe. Let's see, when you're done,
no. He gave me a shield.
Oh, he gives you the shield. That's right. He takes the medallion and gives you the shield because he's not going back.
Yes,
Because he has somehow decided that it is less crazy in the Shivering Isles than it is in Cyrodiil. Which, when I was talking to him, I was like, "Are you sure? Are we talking about the same place here?"
And was it he was there with his new girlfriend or wife or common law, not wife, whatever it is. But if she's there, she's not, so right?
Oh yeah. She's in the Shivering Isles too. It's not like
she's off a rock.
Yeah,
so.
There's no one you've really come across other than like Haskell, who's like sober in any way. Yeah, he's like, oh, I just got tired of all the war and all in Cyrodiil, and I'm thinking, yeah, but there's like gnarls running down the street here. like, have you gotten out on adventures in the Shivering Isles? There's a lot of stuff around. There's a lot going on.
Yeah. You got people who go, sweet roll.
Sweet.
Sweet roll. If you met him, you'd be going back.
Yeah, you'd be like, gotta go back through that door. Yeah, it was a pretty your basic fetch quest. It was interesting. At least he had a little story to him. You know, he tied it back to the main story of Oblivion, and some of the quests we've done back there. So that's a nice part of it. Kind of ties back in like that. But that was pretty much the only of the 3 side quests. That was the only like straight quest, really. The other was, let's see. Oh, there was the 5 Wandering Souls, which is the Ghosts of Suicide, Hill of Suicides.
Yep.
Where you can find their skulls in multiple different locations.
Yes.
So once you find a skull, you return it to the owner, and they are freed.
Yeah, so you go to Suicide Hill, isn't it?
Yes.
And you got all these spirits all sort of like, just crowded around the same sort of hill. And you can't activate them. You activate them, then they don't talk to you, they don't do nothing or anything like that. And it's just that when you're going around, you can come across their skulls while you're on your adventure. And I usually run around and I look in nearly everything and sort of like, have a route round, see if I can find sort of like, anything special that hasn't been found before. But when I started this quest, which is right at the end of our quest run, and I've been like, over a good bit of the island, when I got there, I had 0 of their skulls.
Yeah, me either.
Not one. I hadn't run across a single one.
Same.
Out of all the questing, and I was like, really?
Same here. Somehow had 0, yeah.
And I was like, fine. But there's a couple of them that are really properly hidden. Like they're hidden behind like secret walls, hidden compartments. There's one of them where there's a body. It's lying on a table, and you have to move the body off it. But it's not a dead body. It's an unconscious zealot or something like that, or a preserved zealot or something like that.
Yeah.
And then you have to use the grab button to grab the body and move it off. And there's a button underneath the zealot. Then you push that button, then it opens up a secret wall. You go inside. You pick the skull up. Once you pick the skull up, then it wakes up the zealots that you were just moving about. So that was a little different. But I will admit that, seeing as it was like five of them in total? I just ran into the dungeons, conjured up my Dremora, went, all right, deal with him. I'm gonna go down further. Right? And I just ran past all the enemies while they were fighting the Dremora.
Oh man!
You know, the little insignia at the top disappeared after they killed him. I just summoned another one and then ran into another room. And then I had to run all the way back to the exit. But before I go out, I stand at the exit, and everything that's following, I wait till it gets to me and then kill it, or else you're going to be dragging enemies all across the fucking island for the rest of the day.
Yeah, because they keep following you and following. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, it's not as they follow you, so it's not like you just run away. Yeah, I'm at the one right now. Happen to be at the one you were just talking about with the zealots that you got to move, and I'm trying to figure a way to move them.
Yeah, I couldn't figure it out. I figured out, finally found it, that it's the C button on the keyboard, but I don't know what it would be for the Xbox.
Yeah, that's a good question. It's a good question right there.
For picking things up, you're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the left bumper.
Oh, is it? Oh, yeah, it is. Yep. The body is moving. Yeah, that's where I was kind of like, I'm like, where the hell is this? Yep, I just drug him off the table. Okay. Thanks, Juan.
No problem.
Yeah, that was so that one you just return the skulls and free them essentially from their, being stuck on the Hill of Suicides, which is directly in the center of Shivering Isle.
Yeah.
Right.
And they give you a blessing of some sort. It lasts for like 1,200 seconds or something, I think.
Yeah, let's see. Fortifies fatigue for 1,200 seconds. And after you'll see. Oh, and if you return all 5, you get a greater power called Risen Flesh, which reanimates a dead body untouched for 60 seconds. Yeah.
It's one of those once a day powers.
Yeah. Kind of like, which you also get later. We get some more once a day powers later, too. Let's see. And then the other one was the rooftops, Paranoid Roof Watcher.
Yeah.
Which, again, no quest markers or anything like that. It's just kind of something you can find. It's just just something you can come across and find, basically.
Yeah.
If you look really, really hard.
Yeah. First, figure a way onto the roof. It's a bit of a
pain.
Yeah. You got to get to the correct roof, and if you have pretty good acrobatics, it's not that difficult. Since you can jump like 50 feet in the air if your acrobatics are pretty high.
I've got athletics and strength. He's really strong and sort of like a thingy, but acrobatics, no. So he's okay with it. So he can jump okay, but no. I had to sort of get at the right angle and keep on sort of bunny hopping, trying to get into places.
Yeah, I have a acrobatics ring that adds another 10 points to my acrobatics, and acrobatics are pretty high.
Oh, yeah, there you go. Yeah. So you're jumping real high.
Oh, yeah. I'm ready for the arena.
Which is dangerous, because if you jump off
a hill?
Yeah, you jump off a hill, you're essentially jumping down a mountain, basically, and dying.
Yeah.
You can pretty much do that.
But the nice thing is
stairs.
Yeah, you can do it. I've done it. Yeah. I did a few.
Well, the nice thing is the higher your acrobatics, also the less damage you take.
That is true. Yeah. You at least aren't dying completely when you jump down the hill.
Yeah. You just take a lot of damage.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. It was on the last roof I got to, of course. I started at the roof at the Bernice's Tap House. I started on that roof. Because there's like a sitting area on top of the roof.
Oh yeah, that's it's a little fighting pit up there. If you go there at night, there's a fighting pit there.
That explains it.
Yep.
I don't think I'd been up there at night, but yeah. So And then each roof kind of has random crap on it. Like shoes and bones. There was a ring on one of them, I think.
Yeah, I got a ring. I think there was a scroll somewhere as well.
Yeah, there was a scroll on one of them. I forget what it was for, but it wasn't anything like incredible. It might have been like manipulate something. Manipulate object or something like that. But yeah, there was like some scales, some other random stuff. So you find a key and a note, and it tells you where you can find an urn that he doesn't want his he doesn't want his family to get it. Is that what it was? Or
No,
it's just random people. Yeah,
it was just random people, right? Okay,
yeah.
He believed everybody was up.
Yeah.
He's the Shivering Isles version of that guy in that one city who thought everybody was trying to kill him.
Oh yeah, what's his name? Oh God, from not Shadenhall. What the hell is that? Skingrad.
Yes.
Yeah. The elf in Skingrad. Yeah. Yep. Yeah. That's right. Yeah, he is kind of like him.
Except, was it a he or a she? I couldn't remember. For some reason, I thought it was a she. But
was it Glauthier or something like that? Galthier?
Yeah. Well,
something like
that. He starved himself up there, so.
Yeah. And then there's the note lets you know there's something left in the sewage behind Bernice's tap house, and the urn has had 600 and some gold in it, and what was the other thing was in there? I don't remember.
Bottles of wine.
Oh yeah, I drank the wine in his honor, actually.
Well, one of them was sewage wine.
Yeah, I drank all of them. I was like, whatever. We're in the Shivering Isles. What's the worst that could possibly happen? Yeah, so I drank it. There was 3 bottles of the one and a bottle of the other one. So I drank all 4 of them. So
nice.
I figured, what?
Fell flat on your face in the sewage.
Yeah. Roof water wine. That's what it was. Is that what one of them was? Roof water wine or something?
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Which sounds so delectable. Yeah, and it is literally in the sewage. There's like a crate and the urn's kind of sitting in there.
Yep.
Let's see. Yeah, so that was our only little side quest ones this time. And then our main quest, let's see. At the beginning of that. Night of the Medallion, that was already done. Prince of Madness, that's where we start, right? No, that's the end.
Symbols of Office.
That's the end. Symbols of Office. I clicked on the wrong end of the thing there. There we go. So we came back after our last quest, and we are, I believe, in the hall, about to talk to him when this quest technically starts, I think.
Yeah.
If I remember correctly. So this is where we learn that Sheogorath is going away.
Yep.
Pretty much, it's like all over for him.
Pretty.
Well, he plans on leaving and then coming back when you finish is what his intent was, right?
Yeah, that was his intent, but he ends up they've got the Grey March has gotten too close, and basically he is his staff is not working any longer.
Yeah,
and he is transforming into Jigalag, so he vanishes. Is basically what happens in this scene. He has a whole dialogue, and it's pretty interesting actually. But so he disappears, and you're like, okay. But Haskell's still there, and he lets you know you have to become Sheogorath in his absence. So,
and he tells you how surprised he is that you're still alive.
Yes, yeah. Because apparently he's been through this a lot of times.
Yep.
Who knows how many, but he then gives you kind of the instructions on how to find. Well, he directs you to how to find the instructions to rebuild or restore the staff of Sheogorath.
Yeah, which isn't the Webberjack.
No, it's not, which is weird, isn't it?
No,
Yeah.
it isn't.
I was like, all right, it's all right. So he means the Wabbajack, but no mention of the Wabbajack.
No, not at all. That's very true. I didn't even think of that, but yeah.
It was like,
Yeah, just as Sheogorath's staff. Or
Is
staff of
the
Sheogorath or something.
is the Wabbajack in the regular part of Oblivion?
I'm not too sure.
Does he have a shrine? He has a shrine, right?
Huh.
That's a good question. I actually don't know this one. Shigora. I don't know if he, because I thought it was in Oblivion. Wabba.
Oblivion Daedric quests. UESP.
Yeah, I wasn't sure.
Yeah, there is.
Yeah, okay. Well, that I guess that's why they didn't reuse it in the DLC.
Yeah. It's northwest of Leyland.
I guess they could have tied them together and have to get the Wabbajack and bring it to. But then if you had lost it or sold it in the meantime,
yeah,
you would have to reacquire it. So that would be an issue as well. But
if you could reacquire it.
yeah. Well, there's that. Yeah.
Not that Bethesda hasn't done that before.
Yeah, true. That's a good point. Yeah, so you have to rebuild his staff, not the Wabbajack. Maybe he doesn't have the rights to the name in Shivering Isles. Who knows? Who knows what it is? But
or maybe when it leaves Shivering Isles, it becomes Wabbajack.
Yeah, when you take it out of there. But you have to travel to Knife Point Hollow. There's not a lot. There's only one enemy you come across in there, right? Just in that you kind of come down the steps. And you go straight and it's blocked. You go left, it's open. But even straight ahead, there's only one enemy there, and that's it. It's not like a big battle in Knife Point Hollow or anything.
No.
And that's where you find to the left behind a secret passage. There's Dias is sitting in a chair.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Apparently, been sitting in a chair for quite a long time, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, he was librarian of Jiggalag before.
Yes, he
was
became. Yeah, he helped keep order. Yeah.
Yeah, he was the keeper of knowledge.
Yep. And then he lets you know to rebuild the staff, you need 2 items. The Eye of Sirta or Siarta or Sita or whatever. Ciirta. I don't know, however you would say that. And a branch of Tree of Shades. The eye is in Howling Halls, and the branch is in the Grove of Reflection, which is in Milchar. You can get them in either order, apparently, also. So there's that. I think I went and got the eye first.
Yeah, same here.
Yeah, I think I had, well, you know why? Because I think I had the Howling Halls was already ticked off on my map, so I was able to fast travel there. I'm trying to think. Howling Halls. I'm trying to remember Howling Halls. Oh, that's the one with the Apostles in it.
Yes.
Yeah. I didn't find the Apostles overly difficult to get through.
Yeah, well, you only have to kill the first 3 or something.
Yeah,
like
and
that,
then the rest kind of ignore you, don't they?
Well, no, you can talk to the Khajiit. You get into one.
Oh, that's right.
You talk to the Khajiit.
You go to the second area, yeah.
And he's like, I want to kill Sirta and all that. And he goes, if you take these robes, dress up in the robes, get me these daggers, then I'll go and kill Sirta and I'll take control of the things and things like that. Or you can just kill him and kill everybody in there and go kill her yourself. But I was like,
that's
no,
what
it's
I
fine.
did.
Yeah, I was like, oh, I don't think. All right, let's do this the different way. It wasn't exactly easier way. It's just a different way. So I put on the robes and then I went further in, not remembering that I'd killed about 4 people outside and could have just went outside and got their daggers. I went further in and hunted all over the bloody thing to try and find more daggers. and then killed like 2 of the guys. But you have to kill the right guys because there's guys in there that have daggers and guys that don't have daggers.
And you need to get daggers, yeah.
So I killed the guys. Daggers, gave him the daggers, and then he was like, right, that's it. And he just takes off running, and he meets up with his 2 guys, gives them their daggers. And then was it halfway through, those 2 ran into the area where the woman was to kill her.
Mm-hmm.
And the Khajiit just stood there. He was bloody bugged out. He was just standing there, wouldn't move. I was like, uh-oh. And then it moved along, and I went inside, and the other guys wouldn't move. They were just standing in front of the woman with holding their daggers out. Nobody was doing anything. Yeah. I was like, you don't do this to me. And I went back out the door again, and then he suddenly started moving, and he ran in, and it was kind of like, kind of janky, but we got through it.
Oh, man. Yeah, I had some issues with that later on with the gnarls in another area where it got a little funky on me. But, yeah, I ended up going in and just killing Serta. Just snuck through, put a couple arrows in her, and took her eye.
Yeah, I didn't realize I had any other option.
Yeah, I like that other option, though. That's way more interesting.
Is it I put on robes, took all my clothes off, like with boots and everything like that, but I had to put the boots back on again because they had the fortified carry weight, and I was over encumbered again.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So yeah, I very stealthily sneaked up behind the guys with the daggers and clubbed them with a massive warhammer. With a
quietly.
Giant orange warhammer.
Quietly
yeah, with a shock thing. So every time I hit them, would.
Oh god. Yeah, nobody's gonna hear that.
Yeah, they were fine. There was only 2 guys in there that weren't on my side. The other 2 were fine.
Oh gosh, yeah. I snuck through and I saw Rakira in there,
and
I'm like, that must be somebody I can talk to because obviously looked way different than everybody else in there. Different clothes, it was pretty obvious. They're named, so it was like obvious you could talk to them. But I was like, yeah, well, I'm just gonna keep going and just gonna end this. The other one was the Trial of Reflection, which is getting the branch of the Tree of Shades, which is in Milkar. So let's see, Milkar was trying to remember where that was on the map. Southeast of Hale. Oh, it's near Hale. Okay. And that was let's see. Line Watchers. I remember the Watcher in there. I don't know if I came across anybody else though. I mean, there was other people in there, obviously, or other enemies in there. Oh, this is the one. Okay. All right. I was confusing this with something else. Okay, here's where I lost my bow. Here's where I lost both of my bows, actually. So you get to the end where where the Tree of Shades is, or like the roots of the Tree of Shades, I guess, technically.
Yeah.
And there's an obelisk in the center, like you would see on Cyrodiil for like where you get that conjured equipment, different stuff. So it looks like that, but then all of a sudden it's a corrupted clone of you, like a shadow doppelganger thing.
Yeah.
Naga.
And
it's the Oblivion version of the Ebony Warrior.
Yeah. Yep. And it comes right after you. It duplicates your equipment, apparently, potions, spells, everything. So
yeah.
I had my bows, and all of a sudden I didn't have a bow in my hand. And I'm like, what the hell? Apparently something I have has like disarm on it or something like that. I don't know. I was carrying a lot of crap, so obviously this person had a lot of crap they were able to attack me with.
So you're saying he was using your stuff better than you used your stuff?
Pretty much. And then I pulled out a second bow, and then that got knocked out of my hands. And then I had no weapons. And I had to run around and just kept conjuring my Storm Atronach until it eventually killed him. Because
he's summoning Storm Atronachs.
He was summoning actually something else. What was it? He was summoning something else, but it wasn't a Storm Atronach.
Yeah. So my problem is that my Naga self was obviously a reflection of me. But it was like the sort of like the black sort of like shadow type thing.
Yeah, yeah.
But he was all in Daedric armor, same as I was all in Daedric armor.
Oh God.
So was my Daedric Lord.
Oh God.
And his Daedric Lord. So it was just 4 Daedric Lords just
running around.
It was the bad thing. I don't know. It was the old kill me chatting on near my fucking thing.
Well, the worst part is if you hit your own Daedric Lord, then he attacks you also.
Yeah. So,
that's confusing.
And then was up my sort of like, a new career prospect open up because I actually won the fight lying on my back. So he had the special thing, like, power attack that I have, but I rarely ever use it, is that I think it's a sidewards power attack, which knocks me prone. So he'd actually got me lying on my back. So I'm there lying on my back when my Daedric Lord comes up behind him and kills him.
Oh my God. Yeah, I got into a mess after losing the 2 weapons. I was like, oh God. I was like, what am I going to do? I think I had a sword, but my blade skill is not that high. So I mostly ran and hopped and did what I could. And I searched for a half an hour afterwards for my bow and stuff. I found the one. It was like tucked behind one of the roots. The other one, the really good one, just disappeared. It was gone. I don't even know where it went. And I'm like, but then I was like, well, I'm not really going to need it. I don't know how much I'm going to need it going forward. Because I only have a few quests left. I should be okay with this one. And I just left it there and was like, I'm just going to move on. But yeah, after you defeat your shade, basically, you can then activate to get the piece of the Tree of Shades.
Yeah. Yep. The branch for
the branch, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And then you go back to Knife Point Hollow, and Dias puts them both together. And then you have to return to the palace, of course, to the Font of Madness.
Yeah, I was expecting something to happen then, because what's his name? Haskell gave me a warning that this guy works for the Order.
Yeah,
and he sort of and he warned me that the Order always tries to lead back to the Order, so it's probably not going to help you out, that sort of stuff. And no, he didn't do anything in the story. It's just go get me the eye and get me the stick,
and that was
Bring me back the eye and the stick, and I'll make you the stuff.
And he did.
And he did. That was it. And then I left. I was like, all right.
Yeah, that was. I was in a similar boat. I was waiting, for
the shoe to drop.
Yeah, something to come and attack me, or a bunch of stuff to come and attack me, or him to attack me, or something.
Stuff like, thank you for bringing me the ingredients, you fool.
Yep,
turn the staff back on me, but no.
Yeah, now I'm going to become Shogorath. Okay, there you go. All right, there's a twist.
Maybe he's just sick of the repetition.
Yeah, that's true. He's seen the same story 100 times now. So for him, it's like, oh, well, at least something different going on this time. So we head back to the palace, and we get there, and Haskell is there, of course.
Yep.
And the font is covered over in crystals, and he lets us know that we have to head into the fountainhead and cleanse the pools of madness.
Yeah, but first he has us try the the staff, right?
Yeah, you have to go try and put it in the
Yeah.
font or something, but
And
it's
nothing
yeah,
happens.
Yeah, there's nothing going on there. They've
And
used their
Haskell does sit there and say, "Well, this is different." He's like, "You must really be getting to Jiggalag or whatever because this." Or he said, "This is maybe what's her name, Sill's doing because Jiggalag is usually not this creative."
Oh yeah, that's right. He does say that. Yeah.
Yeah, who is the other guy for me? I've forgotten his name. Hayden?
Oh,
Yeah.
Thaden. Yeah.
I think it's something along the lines. But it was him for me.
Yeah, it was Sill for
And,
me too, but yeah, Thaden is the other one. Yep.
Yeah.
Hayden.
Yeah, so you have to go under where you basically go behind the tree, behind the throne, enter a door. And it's a pretty good dungeon crawl. There's a lot of gnarls, and they can open some of these sealed doors for you. You just have to figure out which ones.
The two different types, don't you? You've got
Yeah.
the betrayer ones, or I don't know what they're called, the infected ones, you'd call them, really.
Right.
They have a kind of like a silver sheen to them. And they're the ones that will attack you, and then or corrupted gnarls. That's it,
Corrupted.
Yeah.
Sounds right.
Yep. Yeah, corrupted sounds right.
Yeah, I had to be careful which ones I attacked. I didn't want to attack the wrong ones, so I would just bring up either my Dremora or what is it, the Daedroth, and see if because they would attack the corrupted ones and not attack the quote unquote good ones. So the ones that actually did the cleansings, and that's the way I figured which one was bad and which one was good.
Yeah, I used the opposite tactic. Because the good ones are the ones that can open the doors for you. So I went up and attacked them and got them to chase me to the door.
Oh, that's a good idea. That's a good idea.
Yeah, well, they just follow you around, so it's not a big deal.
And then I summoned the Dremora Lord and ran away.
Yeah, so it'll open the doors you need to go through, and then you can work your way through to the pools of madness.
Right.
So you get to like a first room where there's not the main pool, but there's a small pool, and there's one priest of the order there. You can take them out and get a shard. What type of shard is it again? It's a shard of
Shard of the Order.
Shard of the Order. That's it.
Yeah. But that was just that basic.
And those will open the doors as well. So then you can move on. You get to the room where I think there's 3 in the one room and then 4 in the other room. Priests of the Order in the 2 different pools.
Right.
Was it the
pool? And there's also 2. There's the first one, and then there is another minor pool as well.
Oh, that's right. There's a second.
Just a single.
Yeah, there's a second minor pool, and isn't and Sill is in Sill or Thaden are in the one room where there's 4 of them.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably because there's a mania pool and a dementia pool.
Yeah.
And I think Thaden was in the mania pool because he's the thingy of mania.
Yeah, I guess they're in either their respective ones that they're supposed to be in. Yeah, because there's like an altar area in both of them, or like a pedestal area or whatever. Yeah.
Did your ones have a special hat? My one had a special hat.
I don't know. It's a good question. I don't know if
I usually don't pick up. I wasn't picking up their outfits, so I didn't really pay attention. I probably should have.
The Thaden had something on his hat. It was maybe fortify personality or something.
Uh-huh.
Oh, well, Thaden has according to this, Thaden has a unique helm, and Sill had a warhammer.
I already had the warhammer from when I killed her.
That's what I guess. That's how you end up getting both things. Then,
that's how you get both things.
Yeah, we got nerve shatter.
Yeah, that's our warhammer. And then...
that's the That's the giant orange warhammer I killed.
Oh, is that what you were using? Oh man.
Oh, speaking of weapons, I found a weapon. You know when you come through the the gates of where after you've killed the gatekeeper.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And you come through. Well, if you go through the dementia side, which I think is the right-hand side, if you come out there and then turn right and walk along the outside of the wall, I found like one of those hollowed out, what do we call it, tree things, you know, the green ones.
Oh yeah.
It gives off the little smoke and you can sort of like the hollowed stump. I looked in, I found one right around there and it had a weapon in it called Voltag. Voltag. So it's basically voltage, but without the E on it. And I've had a look to try to find it all through the wiki and everything like that, but I can't find any mention of this named weapon, Voltag. It's like, what should we call it? Makes them more susceptible to shock damage and then does shock damage.
Oh, wow.
And it's an ebony, what should we call it? Mace.
And it's outside the gates, you said?
Yeah, so where you go through the gates of, and you're stepping into dementia, you turn right and you run along the outside of the wall, and you're getting towards where the river is, or something like. I think it's the river or the lake. And then there's just at the edge of it, there's a hollowed out stump, the green ones, and it was just inside there as I was wandering around. It's called Voltag, but I can't find it anywhere on the wikis.
Is it a sword?
No, it's a mace.
A mace.
That's a good. I don't know. I'll have to see if I can find that. I don't know. Because I'm going to head there now and see if I can find it. As a matter of fact. Yeah, I didn't come across that. Volta, and that's weird that it's not in the wiki anywhere or the UESP anywhere.
Yeah,
that's strange.
I've had a look for it and put it in UESP and like a cold search into Google, but it doesn't seem to come up anywhere.
Huh. That is odd. Yeah, so, well, after we get through there, cleanse the pools, you head back up, back out through the back of the tree, and you dip your staff in the font of madness. And then we are ready for the battle against the Jigalag. Haskell informs us.
Yeah, it's in the UESP.
Oh yeah, there it is.
Is it?
I just found it.
Oh, okay. Well, there we go.
I put down Voltag and it didn't find it, and then I put down voltage, because it auto corrected it. Then it found it.
Oh, okay. Huh.
It's actually written Voltag on the UESP. So yeah, never mind.
I was gonna say that's weird that nobody.
Mace.
That's an interesting weapon.
Yep.
It sounds like a pretty good weapon, actually. So after we reinvigorate the staff of Sheogorath, depending on who you are with, either Ariel or Mazkin will come up and let you know that what's going on with the Jigalag and the final assault. So we go outside into the courtyard, and there's an obelisk out there. So you have to deactivate it, but then a second obelisk also pops up.
Yep.
So you just basically have to deactivate both of them, and you need Hearts of the Order, obviously, to like we have done in the past.
Yeah.
Hey, Colin, for you, did the Golden Saints die really quickly?
No, they died when Jigalag he done a sweeping move and killed them all in one sweeping move. Yeah. So they were all doing a proper fight and giving it as good as they got, but Jigalag sort of like when he showed up, I think he went and sort of like killed like 4 or 5 of them at once.
Yeah. Well, he is a Daedric prince, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true. Yes, yeah.
And but yeah, he shows up. But that things with the two the two different things that pop up. That was like really simple. It was like really just them. I mean the the soldiers could have handled them, and I think you even have a speech option that you can say, "Oh, well, I'll join the front lines." You can actually just send them out to do it for you.
Yeah, that's what I did.
Like,
yeah.
I'm the prince. Why should I have to go out and fight? You can just send them out to do it.
Yep, that's what I did. I mean, I went out there with them, but I sent them out and then just collected the hearts as they took out the Knights of the Order. And it just dumped the hearts in the obelisks, and that was it. And then, obviously, we had the final battle. Jigalag is just basically a giant Knight of the Order.
Yeah, and he just he kills a few of them.
Mm-hmm.
Of the I've forgotten what they're, the Mazkin. And I hit him it must have been like 3 times with Nerve Shatter.
Oof. And
that was it. He was just dead.
Yeah, it wasn't like I was expecting it to be way, way tougher.
Yeah.
Against
Yeah. What happened is that he was in the middle of his speech when I started hitting him, and he was like, "Oh, what do you think you're doing? I am a Daedric prince," and then he disappeared, and I went, "Oh shit, what's going to happen now?" And then he appeared before me like the bloody Wizard of Oz, going, "Oh, I have been defeated." Like, what?
Oh man!
I was like, "What? Really, really?" And then he starts telling you his life story.
Yes.
Like, "Oh, I was the Daedric Prince of Water and everything like that, but all the other kids made fun of me and cursed me and
basically
made fun of my hair." And I was like, "Really, guy? Like, I've got a throne to get back to." Like,
oh,
come on.
They said they were jealous of all his power.
Yeah. Yep. And yeah, basically he became was cursed to be Sheogorath because they didn't like him.
Yeah,
basically.
Yeah.
Oh man.
Power. So I'm doing air quotes at the moment. So they cursed him to be crazy. It wasn't that he was just probably that guy who kept on making everybody put the lids back on the pens and sort of put their drinks on the coasters.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the Daedric Prince of Order. Imagine. Oh, oof.
He's a fun in the party.
Oh,
you mean the crossing guard?
Yeah.
Did he have a pretty little sash?
Oh man. Yeah, that he. Oof, you can see why he drove the rest of them crazy. Jeez.
Pinkies up.
Oh, yeah. So then, you basically you get to be Sheogorath at that point.
Yep.
And you can head in. You can, and Haskell lets you know all the things you can do. You can change the weather. You can hire entertainment. You can take what is it? Is it the Golden Knight?
Well, you say hire entertainment. I call it hire a girl to come in and then spin around really slowly and walk away.
Yes. It is very strange.
Don't let her walk away. For every second she's walking away, I want you to take a toe. That gets her to dance any better.
Yeah, you can hire a dancer, which was interesting. I didn't mess with the weather yet, but apparently the weather can also affect your mood. And then you can obviously take what are they? The
Mazkin and the Golden Saints.
Yeah, the Golden Saint or the Seducer. Yeah, you can take the escorts with you. So,
and they look really cool. It'd be great. But will they follow you out? Can you leave with them? Because I know certain loads of your powers you can't have out in the rest of Oblivion. They only work in Shivering Isles.
That's a good question. Yeah, I don't know about the Saint and Seducer. Oh, only within Shivering Isles. Okay, I was just looking at the UESP. Only within Shivering Isles. So,
and was the one where you can instantly, without dying, if you looks like you're going to die, you'll get instantly transported back.
You can transport back to the palace.
Yep.
But that's also
works in Shivering Isles.
Yeah, that's also just Shivering Isles. Dancer only Shivering Isles also. There's a
Good.
yeah. There's a court healer also. That will restore 100
spoke to
points.
her.
Yeah, 100 points to all attributes, 500 points to health, magicka, and can cure disease and poison. So there's that benefit also. So those are kind of the things you get.
And then on the throne is Sheogorath's outfit, which has some really nice benefits.
Yeah, it has what? Fortification of personality, luck, speechcraft.
Yeah, because my guy
had plus 30 to personality,
Wow.
plus 10 to luck, and plus 15 to speechcraft or something like that.
That's pretty good. That's pretty high for those.
Yeah, because my guy's not a charmer.
Yeah. I was doing the speechcraft stuff early on, and then I just got tired of doing the wheel and started bribing people.
Yeah, I know I put on that outfit plus the Ring of Perfection.
Oh.
And I was over 100 on everything. I think my intelligence was like 124.
Oh, geez.
So we're doing pretty good on that.
Yeah. I actually have a level that I can level up still, and I didn't even bother with it because it's like, well, what am I really what else can I possibly do? Like I felt like maxed out already. You know what I mean? It wasn't like I could kind of go through everything without too much trouble.
Right.
Some of the battles were tough here and there, but not to the point of where I would never be able to pass through them after a try or two.
Yeah, the only battles I felt off was because I was using a two-handed sword in most of my fights, and my blade wasn't great. Well, I say it wasn't great; it was like 80, I think. But my blunt was 100.
Oh, okay.
And was it Nerve Shatter? I believe it has also got a weakness to shock and shock enchantment on it as well. So, using that, it was pretty easy to wipe out enemies anyway. So, that's probably why Jiglag didn't last too long in the fight.
That would be, yeah. You want to know what my blunt was? 10.
Yeah, I think my blunt is, I want to say 60, and my blunt is 45, and my blade is 60.
That's nice and balanced. Yeah, my blade was 54, like not awful, but not that good. But yeah. Block 21. Hand to hand, I mean, I guess unless you do a lot of unarmed combat, that doesn't really go up that much, does it?
No,
because that's only at 12 for me. So
yeah, I mean you can get a 5.5 or 10-point boost if you watch the two fighters over at the arena.
Oh, okay.
You just kind of stand there and
just watch. Yeah.
And you get a +5.
Mm-hmm.
It'll probably work out early levels if you're a Khajiit, probably. Do they have a...
Oh, yeah, true.
Khajiits and Argonians probably have claws as well, I'd say.
Argonians do not have claws. Just the Khajiit.
Yeah. Do Argonians have claws in Skyrim?
I don't think... I mean, their hands look like claws.
But I don't think they have them there either.
No, they don't get a bonus.
Yeah, just a Khajiit, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that stinks. You would think that you could add that to Argonians easily without really screwing with lore or anything like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. It would seem reasonable.
I mean, iguanas have pretty nasty claws.
Yeah, I mean, they climb trees and stuff. I mean...
And their bite is toxic.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I really enjoyed going back through all of Oblivion, and especially the Shivering Isles, which I'd only actually played through once.
Yeah.
So getting to go through it was really good.
I really enjoyed it. The only problem I was disappointed with, because it wasn't a dual ending. There wasn't like, choices that are right at the end. It was just like supposedly a big fight against the big bad, and then you won that fight, and then it's just like you back at the taking over. It wasn't sort of like, you could choose to be Sheogorath, or you could sort of like, destroy the staff and sort of like try and destroy Sheogorath or something like that right at the very end. I mean, I suppose you could probably just throw the staff on the floor and then leave, but always as the game's going on, it just believes that you're the king of madness. But
yeah, it is nice that people do recognize you as Sheogorath, though.
Yeah,
because I have had some people call my character my lord.
Ah.
And then they say, "Oh, can you go get this for me?"
Yeah. The Mazkin called me that before I became the King of Madness, though, I think.
Mm. Yeah, I had some shopkeeper call me that. Actually, no, the lady at the museum.
Oh, the Museum of Oddities.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I gave her a tomato.
Pelagius is...
That's right.
We picked up Pelagius's pelvis, right?
Oh, the pelvis, yeah.
In one of the... from the main quest, so...
Yeah, that's from Skyrim, isn't it? That's how you get into the...
Yep, the wing of the Blue Palace.
The wing at the Blue Palace.
Yep.
They're the ones who killed Pelagius, weren't they?
Yeah, I believe so.
I believe so, yeah. Didn't they drive him mad?
Oh, yeah, it was something. Yeah, I think so.
It was mad to begin with, I think.
Yeah, well, they just pushed him over the edge.
Yeah, helped it along, yeah. Yeah, Sheogorath has a great story because it's just so much wackiness and so much you can do.
Right.
The design of all the dungeons and stuff in Shivering Isles is really nice. Like especially the statues and things in the different areas are really creepy and weird and kind of fit with everything,
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's slightly different. Well,
yeah.
I say slightly different. It's very different from the rest of Oblivion, but even within the Shivering Isles, different dungeons have completely different feels to them.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, sort of like, you go through you go through a tree part and then it ends up going into a ruin. But once you go through the ruin, sort of like, you go into this, like you had the one where you had to fall through all the floors.
Yeah.
You just had to keep on falling down, further and down. I was like, oh, I need some Thin Lizzy on right about now.
Yeah, that's what I really like. There's a lot of diversity in the dungeons and stuff, and just has a really, really good feel to it. And all of Shivering Isles feels like just a whole like separate world.
Yeah, it's its own place. You don't sit there and say, "Oh, this is kind of like an alien ruin." It's because it's somebody sat there and took the time to say, "This is not going to be like anything out there."
Yeah. Yep. And it's way different. It's really good.
Yeah.
A lot of bizarre creatures.
Yeah, I still prefer Solstheim though.
Oh, yeah.
I think it's all the Dunmer, the way the attitude of the Dunmer. I just really like the attitude over there, especially at Tel Mithrin Tower.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I enjoy that sort of area. So. And those and that quest line and sort of like, because it goes on for a bit with old what's his face?
What the hell is his name? Why can't I remember his name?
Master.
Does it begin with a T?
Yeah, I know he's a Telvanni wizard.
That's right, he's a Telvanni wizard. Yeah. What the hell is his name?
Hopefully he'll
Neloth.
Neloth, there we go. Master
I don't know why I couldn't think. All of a sudden, it just popped in my head. Like, what the hell is that guy's name? Yeah, well, I would say, I'd say you're right. I'd say Solstheim is a lot like, in the sense that it feels very different from the main game, is a lot like Shivering Isles.
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
expansion for Skyrim is very similar to this
Very
expansion.
similar, yeah. An island and stuff like that. Sort of like a Far Harbor is for Fallout 4, that sort of thing.
Yeah, where you really
Right.
feel like you're somewhere different.
But it does still have the Morrowind feel to it, which is nice that they were able to bring that Morrowind feeling into Solstheim.
Oh, definitely does.
Yeah, and I
Because
love the music.
Oh yeah, the music too. Yeah.
Yeah, because I think if they hadn't brought the Morrowind feeling into Solstheim, you would have had people complaining, and it wouldn't have felt right.
Yeah, it wouldn't have felt as different as it needed to be, like a separate land, It would have just felt like an island off the coast or something.
Yeah, I hated it when I first went there. Absolutely hated it. I went over there, I was like, what? Who's this? What the hell is that? Why is that guy's head on fire? No, fuck this. Lydia, we're going home.
Oh, man.
And why is it so hot?
Yeah. But you could really just you could pretty much spend a whole game over there and just explore over there once you're able to get into that area,
Yeah.
And just make a whole game of it.
Well, I hated it when I did what is it? Start Another Life, or when I used that mod, because I started in Solstheim at level 1.
That's kind of rough.
Oh, it's tough because everything could kill me.
Yeah, that's not easy.
And I think the one that I did was where I was left for dead after being attacked.
Oh, Jesus.
So I had nothing.
Yeah, you got nothing with you.
Yeah, even the ash hoppers were killing me.
Oh, my God. Yeah, and then stuff just pops out of the ground, and yeah.
Just see red dots everywhere.
Yeah, that's
on your.
That's not optimal or for Live Another Life. That's for sure. That's like when I had I did Live Another Life, and I had one of the needs mods on, or maybe I had what did I call it in
Frostfall.
Yeah, I may have had Frostfall, or I may have been using the Xbox, the one you can get from the whatever it is, survival mode or whatever. And I ended up, I did the shipwreck one. Well, you're underwater. You literally pop up underwater off the north coast and freeze to death in 3 seconds. I was like, well, this is not going to be good.
Yep.
This is going to be a problem.
That's the shortest Dead is Dead character ever.
Yeah. You pretty much, because that one, the shipwreck one, there's that one shipwreck there's a couple off the north coast, but it leaves you at one of them that's underwater, and you're you got to swim up from it and all. And man, even it's a long way to get to somewhere warm when you're out there. There's nowhere close by.
Yeah.
But those are always fun though. But that's our Shivering Isles. It's good times with Oblivion. Go back to it someday.
For sure.
But for Skyrim next, so we're gonna do the Hearthfire stuff. We gotta figure out the quests. I have decided that I am going to play it completely on Switch.
Oh, so you're gonna play vanilla?
Yeah, I thought it would be interesting since it's there's probably people out there who play it on Switch. I'm like, I'll do the whole roundtable on Switch. Get that vanilla experience, get a different experience with playing a full character in Skyrim on that device. I've played, right. I play on the Switch here and there, but not more as let me kill 20 minutes doing some stuff.
Playthrough.
Yeah, no real full playthrough or anything. So,
right.
I was like, let's go try and do a full playthrough on it. And the Hearthfire ones will kind of give me that opportunity where I'll build houses and all that kind of stuff. So,
I might speak with Victor and see if he'd help me mod my Skyrim Special Edition. See how I'd go through that. There's a few tutorials on on YouTube, but I can't make head or tails of them sometimes. So
Yeah.
It depends. I might play through vanilla and just screw it. I'll just go through like normally. I know you can go to the Bethesda site and use their mods there.
Oh yeah. That's true. You can.
If I'm going to do a modded one, I'd probably prefer to do it through the Nexus, but that's going to take like a good bit of work. So I'm going to have to get I think they've finally got what's that thing? The script extender.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
I think they finally got that working for Skyrim Special Edition.
Yes.
So,
yeah.
I'm sure Victor still says Legendary is best, but
he does. I'll confirm that.
Not Legendary, Legacy.
Legacy Edition. Sorry, Legacy.
Yeah. But was it my one's completely screwed? All the load screens are really long on my Legacy, so and it works perfectly well on my on my Skyrim Special Edition one. So
yeah, so you want to go with that? Yeah. That makes sense though. Yeah, I figured I'll try the Switch because we've really not covered a lot of the Switch. You know what I mean? So I'm like, that'll be good.
You know what would have been good would probably go in Skyrim. What's that thing? The optical? No, not the Oculus Rift thing.
Yeah, the VR.
VR, that's it. Virtual reality. How much they cost for a PC version?
Oh, God, I don't know. The PC one, I'm not sure. I have the PS one. Yeah. I have the PS VR one, but I can't play it for more than 5 minutes, so.
Okay, so I did find, I guess they're November 12th. They're going to announce how they're going to do something with Razer for the keyboard and mouse support.
Oh, okay. On the Xbox.
On the Xbox.
Oh, that's interesting. That'll add a new dimension for sure.
Yeah, I might go back and replay Doom then if I can get a because I believe it's a Corsair I've got Corsair, not Razer. But yeah, I played Doom on the Xbox, and I had to have that on the weenie settings to finish it because I really, really suck at FPS with a controller.
It's just not as accurate. Yeah. Because Connor's been playing Fortnite, obviously, and like every other kid in the world, and he switched to his laptop from the PS4. Because it just wasn't accurate enough. It was too slow and everything else.
I don't know. My brother-in-law was pretty good with a controller.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, he would quick scope people like nobody's business. So, but I mean, that's all he would play from like the Halo days to recently. He was just first-person shooters. So he was really used to that mouse. I mean, to the controller.
To the controller, yeah. Huh. So where was this? Let me see. I'm trying to find Vol tag. It's when you come back in, you have to go through to the right.
So, yeah, when you're coming from, when you defeated the Guardian.
Gatekeeper, yeah.
Yeah, the gatekeeper, and then you first enter into the main part of the Shivering Isles.
Yep.
So you go in through the gate on the right, and as you go into the right, you turn right, and then you walk along the edge of the wall until you get to the edge of the water, and there should be like a couple of trees, and then there should be a stump on the ground with one of those green stumps that you can sort of like. Look at.
I think I see. Let's see. I see a couple water root plants and a tree. Whoops. Yeah, I think I'm just getting there now, actually. Yeah. Oh, I'll find it. But yeah, so I decided to do the Switch thing just to give us a different angle on that whole whole thing. And since we haven't really, done any full playthroughs with the Switch, I thought that would be fun. And that way it'll give us if we have the PC person, somebody doing, different ways, that's always more fun anyway. But don't forget for everybody to send in their favorite quests, unaffiliated with stuff quests. I'm going to get a list together. Now we'll have a little break from this for that. Go through the UESP. That's pretty easy to do. And we'll break those down. And then we'll have some free-flowing characters and just kind of get back into Skyrim a little bit, which will be fun.
Yeah. I just can't wait.
I like doing those random quests a lot.
Yeah, I was thinking I might actually play vanilla also. And just for the nostalgia.
Yeah, it's been so long.
I haven't played any character games in ages. I've just been playing all the the card games like Magic the Gathering, and when I can play it, thingy. And then I was playing that Battlegrounds for a good couple of weeks. That was fun, but it got boring real fast. So I deleted it off the phone and then put Legends back on, so I could get because I was getting sick and tired of logging in on the PC just to claim the daily rewards. And then I haven't really been playing anything else. I've just been watching loads of anime recently and reading manga, which is a lot of fun.
Yeah, I've been I was in Minecraft a lot in the realm, and then I switched over and been playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey, which has been pretty good. It's pretty much Origins in Greece as opposed to Egypt.
I was when you were posting in the group, I was like, what the hell is Ak Odyssey? I have no idea what Ak Odyssey is. And then it was like, I don't know when it flipped, but it flipped the other day. And it literally took somebody saying Assassin's Creed Odyssey for me to be able to get what you were talking about. It's like, oh,
that's it.
Right.
So I found that hollowed out stump, and in Mayan was a matrix for Curious. Or Curious.
Oh, you bastard. That's what I've been looking for, and I still haven't found it.
I just found it like a second ago, but the other thing was not in there.
Oh, you found God damn it.
But I found a matrix for I was like, wait, I think Colin's been looking for this. Let me mention this. Literally found it as I'm like leaving Shivering Isles. On my way out of Shivering Isles, I found it.
Is that Colin's muffled boots?
Yeah, that's his muffled boots. Yeah.
I mean, it's the big Curious with the face on the front of it. It's heavy armor, and it looks so different from everything else in the game, and it would look awesome. But no, would it give it to me? No.
Found it on the way out the door. Oh gosh, yeah. So if anybody out there has ideas of quests they would like to play along with when we do the roundtable, which is going to start
all of them.
Yeah, every quest. I'm just going to do all of them.
all of them. I'm probably going to be playing all of them anyway.
Yeah, I'm going to do I think we're going to do a full playthrough anyway. So if that'll be starting December 8th. We'll be starting our roundtable there during the charity show.
And the one thing I like about the Bethesda games is the fact that it's not dependent on completing quests.
Yep.
Just use your skills, and that's how you level up. So that's pretty nice.
That's what I like. Yeah, you level up what you do as opposed to for completing things.
On November 4th, we should be. Fingers crossed, recording the next session of Skyrim 1080.
Oh, nice. Sounds good. Yeah, it's been a little while, right? It was September the last one?
Andrews were on holiday.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Was it
Pat was away, I think.
Well, yeah, when Pat was available, Andrew was on holiday, and when Andrew was available, Pat was at work and couldn't get out of it because his company's, mega busy and he's super important.
Wonder what that's like. What is it like to be important?
Yeah, I have no idea. I got another transfer, and it was basically we opened this brand new shop, and it should be doing loads of money, but it isn't. So, and I'm getting it in the ear from my boss. So can you go there so I can say like I've put a guy in there who's got 20 years experience?
Oh, jeez.
I went, all right. So I got in there, and literally I just sit there and play and read or play games on my phone all day long. Just do nothing. I'll probably serve about 10 people throughout an entire day.
Oh, man.
Wow.
That's all right. I prefer being bored over working hard.
Yeah, hey, that's right. Life is short. Might as well.
Yeah, personally, I'd rather always just be doing something, or else the day just drags.
It does kind of drag, yeah.
Because all I think about is I'd rather be home playing video games.
That's a good point.
And I'm thinking of all the video game time that I'm losing just sitting there doing nothing.
Well, that's where this.
Well, if Sparky Pants had got their ass out of their head, or their head out of their ass, bit of Irish in me coming out there, then I would be able to play computer games all day long anyway.
That's true. That's where the Switch was dangerous for me because once we started that whole Minecraft, Sherry started Feeds Realm and all that. Like now I'll at lunch be like, oh well, I'll just go, I don't know, go mine a little bit, kill 20 minutes or whatever, and the next thing I know, I'm like, oh, I've been mining for a long time. I better stop that.
I wonder if they're looking for me.
Yeah, has anybody called? The phone hasn't rang.
Yeah, that's how you get piles.
Better check my email. Oh gosh. Well, it's the end of our Oblivion run, guys.
And it's been fun.
It's been a good one.
And I think we're all a little crazier.
Yeah. Thanks to Sherry Gorath. We all lost a little bit. I'm glad we ended it with Shivering Isles. That was really, really fun. Really enjoyable. I'm glad
At least we got a stick with an eye on the end of it, though.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, we get that. Well, so weird that the Wabbajack doesn't appear in Shivering Isles, though. So weird.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I'm thinking the Wabbajack is something that he created to be on Nern.
Yeah, to play in that realm.
Yeah. And I mean, because of what it does, at least in Skyrim, where it'll turn it whatever into something.
Yeah.
You could either turn it into a chicken, or it could turn into a dragon, or whatever. You don't know.
Yeah, I guess that's for playing in the real world. In the mortal plane, I guess.
I mean, Shivering Isles is already crazy. So.
Yeah, really. Do you need the Wabbajack? Do you really need the Wabbajack in Shivering Isles when you look at it?
That's crazy talk.
Yeah. What are you going to turn a Gnarl into, or what are you going to turn a Gummite into?
That is very true. Yeah, it's not as if you're going to make it any crazier.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, very true. Very true.
Yeah, I mean, if nothing else, you're going to turn it into something normal, which is
like a bunny or something.
Yeah.
I always like when the mammoths become bunnies. That's kind of my favorite with the Wabbajack. It's been a while since I played around with that. Maybe in the next run I'll have to do that. But
that does sound like a good time.
Yeah, maybe we could add that to our fun. Just have a Wabbajack challenge as part of our thing. See what we can turn mammoths into. Right.
Yeah.
Well, if you have quest ideas for the Skyrim Roundtable coming up, skyrimaddictpodcast@gmail.com, or in the Facebook group, facebook.com/group/skyrimaddictpodcast. And you can let us all know there. And
Are we going to start a thread for that, or?
Yeah, we probably could. I could probably pin it to the top, so people can do their list there. That's a good idea. We'll do that in the Facebook group. and can collect some ideas there. So, well, thanks for joining me, guys.
Thank you.
Been fun.
Yeah,
Enjoyed the run. Thank you very much.
it was a lot of fun.
Until next time, and probably right after this episode will be, I'm going to guess, the next episode of Skyrim 10 AD, I would believe, will be uploaded after this one. So stay tuned for that in the next week if you're listening to this. Or it's already there if you're listening to it way in the future. All right, everybody.
Bye.
See you.